It's time to enter the drone zone with me, James Drone, aka Pure Ambient Drone. So hit that subscribe button, tap that bell, and get ready to synth on.
Hey there, Synth Drones. It is I, Pure Ambient Drone,
the voice of synthesizers.
Man, I tell you what, I have been away too long. I've been having some tragic losses in my family and in my wife's family. We lost two very beloved people in a very short time. Actually, I could say that we lost three people. We lost a very dear friend to the family shortly before the other two had passed as well. And so we've been taking time out to grieve and to get our bearings. And of course, with what's going on in the world, it's very hard to have any kind of service for those you've lost, because you don't want to spread something around that could make people ill and cause further loss. But I've been away for a while, and it's due to some losses in my family personally, my wife's family, and a friend. A friend is gone too. So we lost three people in a very short span of time, and that's why you haven't seen very much of me lately. And I don't want to get too much into the details about it. I'm okay. My wife is okay. We're okay. We're just taking this time to kind of like reflect on life. And when you lose people, and I don't want to get too dark in this episode, but when you lose people, you tend to take time, or at least you should tend to take time to reflect on what you're doing in your own life, and to kind of sort through things and see if some of the things that you're doing is a waste of time. I mean, we only have so much time on this planet to be with those that we love and for them to be with us. And so when we take a loss, especially when you get three in a row like we did, you take time to kind of reflect on life choices and what you want to do with the remainder, whatever that remainder may be, of time that you have. And that's what my wife and family and myself have all been kind of doing, is just taking time to reflect back on our own selves and decide what we want to do and how we want to spend what time we have left, because life is shorter than any of us ever think it's going to be in many cases. So that's why I've been away, and now I want to talk about the subject of today, and that is the Korg Kronos. So the Korg Kronos, as you already know, is a very powerful synthesizer. It's a workstation, and it is just loaded with features, but it's been around for many, many years. I would say about a decade now. I think it debuted at around maybe 2012, and it's been a while. It's done a lot of software updates, but the hardware is dated, in my opinion. I mean, obviously, it's been about a decade, if not a full decade, since it came out. And it's time, I thought, even a few years ago, when I experienced a Kronos, I just think it's time for a new hardware version of the flagship to come out by Korg. And it looks like they think so too, because when I go on Sweetwater, I find that you cannot find any more Kronos synthesizers. They basically have 61 keys that are available. But the 76 and the 88, they're gone. They are discontinued as far as I can see. They're not out of stock. They're just no longer available. So this tells me that Korg has got to answer this void, because Korg has always had some sort of flagship. And let's be honest, Korg makes some really nice synthesizers, analog, digital, hybrids, great stuff. But they've always had a flagship workstation since as far back as the technology was available for them to do so. And so I think that 2022, and I believe this is going to be sometime in the summer, we are going to hear about a new flagship coming out by Korg. And they might even leak something. Who knows? Something might be leaked out before summer. but I strongly believe we're going to get a new Korg flagship workstation. I also think that we're going to be getting a new flagship Arranger keyboard. If any one of you are out there are into Arrangers, I personally don't own one of those. But they even discontinued their top-of-the-line Arranger recently as well. So something new is coming from Korg. And when I'm talking about Arrangers, I'm talking about the PA4X. That no longer is available brand new. It's been discontinued. So what are we looking at? A PA5X? I don't know. But I know that there's quite a few people out there interested in the Arrangers and the workstations that come out from Korg. So this is very big news. And I'm interested to see what Korg is going to do with a new workstation. I currently have the Roland Phantom 2019, as I call it. I've got the 76 key version of it. It is a MIDI controller for me for my DAW, and I do like some of the synth engines that are available that you can purchase from Roland, and there is a lot of free stuff that comes from Roland that you can put into this Phantom. It's a great workstation, but there's something about the functionality of a Korg workstation that I always found intriguing. The interface, however, has always been a little barbaric to me, in my humble opinion, for my liking. Whereas the Phantom interface with the touchscreen, and yes, I know the Kronos has a touchscreen, but the Phantom has this just beautiful color scheme, very clear touchscreen, and everything is laid out, and it's just so intuitive to get involved with the Phantom's workflow. I really enjoy it. But I've always loved the Korg sound, especially their digital side of things. They have a beautiful digital sound to them. What I'm hoping to see in this new flagship is maybe a marriage of analog mixed with digital, and of course keep all the sampling capabilities, all of that stuff. Keep the synth engines, maybe add some more. Let's add some plug-out capabilities like the Roland System 8 has, and now all the Xenology has. Let's expand this thing into the 21st century and really make a mega workstation that will interact with the computer as well. It would be great, because the Kronos was not the best thing to use with your computer. Again, all of this is my opinion, but I'm sure you have your own opinions. Leave them in the comments. Be respectful to one another. And until next time, hit that subscribe button, tap that bell, and above all, keep calm and synth on.